Earth to dipshits, come in dipshits.
So we're talking about politics now, sorry.
Shut up, Rip Tape.
Zoidberg, are you there?
Dan, are you there?
Yeah, I have some good subject matter if you guys are ready.
Does it involve wedding dresses?
Well,
God, I hope that was you, Rocket, because this is directed at you.
Of course it was me.
This is directed at you.
Oh,
So,
God.
surprisingly enough, when I looked up the lawsuits between Musk and the United States having to do with the Antares rocket explosions,
There we go, this idiocy again.
you know, I'm sorry you can't listen, need to interrupt, and are
Go on.
that because I'm bringing real information, and I'm so sad that you can't comment on what I have
damn
to
the
say
Predator Man.
instead of your imaginative little things. Why don't you go put on your wedding dress for this conversation?
Damn the Predator
Why don't
Man.
you eat a hot dog for this conversation?
These
Why
are all
don't you
your
do
shticks. I don't know
something?
why you're throwing them at me.
Because it's old crap that isn't important or real. It's just you. It's flexing your
Okay.
little wiener. Put your
Sorry I
wiener
interrupted.
away. Put
Carry
your
on,
little
Dan.
wiener away so I can talk about real life for a second. Okay? So when I looked all that up, I learned a whole lot about what Musk's problem was. And it was mostly because the United Launch Alliance, which doesn't get much notoriety, which is the most successful space agency in the United States, which the CIA built because they couldn't deal with Congress, was getting 300 million per launch when he could do it for 100. Well, it made me understand how certain things get paid back, because it's not just direct costs. There's all the R&D. There's fixing the problems that were caused by satellite damages, ways of getting around insurances. Mostly out-of-court settlements don't get, explained because they don't have to be. And mergers are the way to settle the books. So I started to notice the old companies, the new companies, and the way that happened at that time. You have to imagine NASA's been in such weird disarray that our reconnaissance office really needed their own rocket program called the NRO. Anyway, what I found the other day shocked the shit out of me. Even how I found it was even crazier. But there's a couple of commercially available Russian rockets, because you guys were talking about what Russia still is and all that. And in 1995, probably right around the same time that we were developing the United Launch Alliance here, the Russians developed something called the ILS, International Launch Services. And they primarily use for heavy lift the Proton rocket, if you've heard it. And Proton's been around since like 65. And they've been through like version A, B, C, D, D, up to like M. And Proton's been very successful. Crazy thing about Proton, as developed through the International Launch Services in 1995, is it's fucking Lockheed Martin in the US in Virginia. So here we are with a Russian space agency being run out of Virginia by Lockheed Martin right in front of our noses, and we never even heard of it. So between the ULA and the ILS, there is a real space program that we never really hear about because it's been so militarily dominated that we don't hear about it. And that's been like kind of the joy of Space Force, because maybe NASA could be real for once now, because they've been hiding, the military agenda all these years, and it's made the leaders inept and the purpose of the civilian agency inept, which turns up every time something enters the atmosphere, like today with this comet. They don't know fuck all. They didn't know it was coming. Comes between the moon and the earth. They didn't even know it's coming, shit like that. So anyway, look up International Launch Services. Totally Russian agency. All the launches are out of a leased property out of Kazakhstan or something. And it's based in Virginia. If we go further in this, you'll look at where it's based. It's right next to Dulles Airport. And I started looking in to the other things around Dulles and why. And I'm trying to find more about the underground stuff there. But it's about 20 minutes from Washington, Dulles, and I think it was in the middle of nowhere when they built it. I think there's quite a bit of underground stuff. The reason why I pursued all this has to do with the Westfield company, which took over my local mall, you know, and Westfield used to be a jeweler's. Now it owns many malls and airport and tunnel facilities across the country. And I think Westfield is a CIA front. And that led me to everything I just said. Go ahead, Rocket. Talk about hot dogs.
Dan, none of this is interesting.
I know. That's why I mention it. Because I'm interesting. Nothing like your fucking dreams, which are fucking old and stale.
Let's talk about
Anyways,
politics.
surprisingly, I can't fucking
Yeah, let's talk
believe.
about politics. This is boring.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to America, United States.
What a bunch